सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Page 208, verse 223. अनादिमायया भ्रान्ताः जीवेशौ सुविलक्षणौ मन्यन्ते तद्युदासाय केवलं शोधनं तयोः. Vidyaranya, dealing with the topic of Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. Jivatma and Paramatma both are one and the same in their original nature, even though both of them are having seeming differences at peripheral level. Those differences are not real. We should not take that Jivatvam attributes like Alpagnatvam, the limited knowledge, limited pervasiveness as a Jiva, the finite knowledge, the finitude, all these are all only apparent attributes. They are not real or seeming attributes. They are not real. My infinitude is the Satyam, that is, Anantatvam is my real nature. Infinitude. Finitude, because of the body-mind complex, it is not real at all. Similarly, in Ishvara also, the omniscience, omnipotence, Sarvagnatvam, Sarvavyapakatvam of Ishvara, Sarvagatatvam, all are only seeming because of Maya Upadhina. Always which are very, very tangible, available for our perception, we take them as real. That is only the report our sense organs, our mind, our intellect gives to us. All our eyes report, mind report, buddhi report, whole thing is wrong report about myself. The report given by our sense organs and the mind and the buddhi, all of them are only grasping the anatma only. Whatever the report comes, unreal report. Don't take that report as a real report. That is not your real record. That is a fake record about yourself. Because they are all made out of Panchabhutas which are finite. How they can give a real record report to you about yourself? Therefore, never rely upon your sense organs. Never rely upon your mind report. Never rely upon your even buddhi report also. What I have to rely upon is only Shastra, Guru Vakyam. Unfortunately, we rely upon unreliable body-mind complex. Unfortunately, we rely upon unreliable. We are not relying upon the reliable Shastra and Guru. That is the tragedy in our life. An intelligent seeker rely upon only Shastra report. Shastra gives a real record about me. Shastra alone gives a real record, means what? My nature, my beautitude, my infinite nature, Shastra only gives. Therefore, rely upon Shastra every moment. Never rely upon unreliable your sense organs, mind and intellect. If you rely upon unreliable, we have to pay the price. What is the price? Dukkham. Sorrow is the price. You have to suffer. Therefore, many people have this bhranti. Acharya says, Vidyaranya says, Bhrantaha. All ignorant people, even educated panditas, systems of philosophies, Sankhya, Nyaya, Yoga, Vaiseshika, all of them are Bhrantaha. They are all deluded. Deluded with regard to what? Regard to what subject matter they are all deluded. Simple. Ignorant people do not know macro, micro, RC, RM, OC, all these they do not know, they are confused. Ignorant people, non-Vedantic, those who are not exposed to Shastra are totally ignorant. They do not know 5 factors, 5 components of micro and macro. You remember 5 components? Sthula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram, 3 factors. RC, 4th factor. OC, 5th factor at micro level. Uneducated people do not know. Educated Vedantic students or some other systems of philosophies, those who are exposed to Shastra, they know that. That is the difference. Knowingly deluded, unknowingly deluded. That is the difference. Bhrantaha. These people who are all educated, scholars, pandits, they are confused. Who knows about macro RM 1, 2, 3, macro RC and macro OC? They know. So, elated, unelated. Elated and educated and artham. Elated audience and nalla padichi and artham. Those who are well informed. So, well informed people are also deluded. Not informed people are also deluded. They are, now we are talking about the elated Sankhya Yoga philosophers. They are also confused with regard to, there are differences at medium level. Micro Sukshma Sthula Shariram and macro Sthula Shariram, there are differences. Ishvara level, Jiva level, there are differences at medium number 1 level. And medium number 2 level also, here Taijasa, here Hiranyagarbha, or Sukshma Shariram and micro level, Sukshma Shariram at macro level. You remember those names? Taijasa and Hiranyagarbha tally. Sukshma Shariram, Sukshma Prapancha. Iswaras cause subtle body. Hiranyagarbha. Vishwa and Virat. Micro and macro level Sthula Sharirams. These are all Tattva Bodha Mandukya. Okay, if you remember that, you are thorough. Then Karana Shariram level also there are differences. Anandamaya here, Prajnaha, and here Ishvara, Antaryami, there are differences. And the OC which is reflecting in the micro medium and the macro medium also difference, of course. Because of big medium, big reflection, small medium, small reflection, micro RC, macro RC, there is a difference. Because of the differences at 4 levels, RM1, RM2, RM3 and RC level, there are differences. Macro level also RM1, RM2, RM3 and RC also there are from differences. Once you see micro, macro differences at 4 stages, they continue this difference because of vasana, because they are in majority. The 5 components law, 4 of them are having disparity differences. இதே பழக்கம் வாசனை we continue at OC level also. Sankhya Yoga people continue the same difference which is there at 4 levels. 4 levels means RM1, RM2, RM3 and RC level. There are differences between micro and macro. The same difference they continue when it comes to OC also. That is why Tat Paramatma, Tvam Jivatma. Tat Paramatma is Brahman. This Jivatma is Kutastha. 2 names are there and 2 OCs are there. Alukur Atma within. So OCs are so many. No aikyam at all. No aikyam possible for them. Bhrantaha. Bhrantaha means this is the meaning. OC level also, they are continuing the differences. Chaitanyam level also, they are continuing the differences. They are not able to make that OC is only one. They are not able to understand. Bhrantaha. With regard to Jiva, Ishau, Suvilakshanau. Real differences they are seeing. Suvilakshanau. Vilakshana means what? Difference. Jiva, Isha, the differences at OC level, they are taking it as real. Manyante. Manyante, they consider Jiva, Ishvara are permanently separate, different. Vilakshana. Jiva, Ishvara can never be permanent, same or non-separate, even at 5th factor also. What is the 5th factor? Common factor, OC factor. At OC level factor also there is difference. Bhrantaha Jiveshau Shuvilakshanau Manyante. Both are separate only. That means Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam is not there at all. Manyante. Then why we have used then Tatutvam? The difference, you are using 2 names, Tat Padartha, Tvam Padartha. We are using, suppose you ask, are you not having differences at Tatpada, Tvampada level? Yes, we are using that only to remove your misconception. Tat Bhedam Vyudasaya. To remove that Bheda, the difference, Kevalam Shodhanam Tayoho. Shodhanam means, literal meaning is purification. Here Shodhanam means enquiry. At Tat and Tvam, Tvam, Jiva, Tat, Ishvara, both 2 names we have used and 2 types of enquiries we are doing only to remove their difference. Shodhanam tayoho na Jiva Ishayoho tayoho Bheda Vyudasaya. To remove their Bheda, Kevalam Shodhanam. This enquiry is only meant for that. Tayoho Bheda Vyudasaya. Tat Bheda. Tat Vyudasaya means Bheda Vyudasaya. Why they are all deluded? They are all deluded Anadi Mayaya. Because of beginningless Maya, they are all deluded. Anadi Mayaya Bhrantaha. Anadi means beginningless time. What is there in the beginningless time? Maya is there. That Maya alone is playing the role, not allowing them to understand. Bhrantaha. Tad Vyudasaya Suvilakshanam na. That Vilakshanam, the difference to remove, we are using this Shodhanam, enquiry. Tatpada Vichara, Tvampada Vichara, Bhagatyaga Lakshana, Panchakosha Vilakshanam, Sariratraya Vilakshanam, and Avasthatraya Vilakshanam, all comes under Shodhanam. Shodhanam in the Tamil Shodhanam Madille. Shodhanam means enquiry. We are doing proper enquiry. For that sake only, I am taking, Vidyaranya says, fit example is that Ghatakasha, Jalakasha, Mahakasha, Meghakasha, the fittest example I am taking here. Next shloka, he reminds that example here again. What we saw, that example in previous 18 to 21 shloka of this chapter, we saw that Ghatakasha, Mahakasha, Kutastha, Brahma. You remember? Chit Chatur Vidya Prakaranam. Chit Chatur Vidya. 4 types of Akasha. At micro level 2, macro level 2. That example I will remind you again. Shloka 224. Atayevatra drishtantah yogyah prag samyagiritah Ghatakasha mahakasha Jalakashabhrakatmakah. The fittest example I have already shown to you in those slokas from 18 to 21 slokas. 4 akashas I have described. Ataha, therefore, atra drishtantaha eva yogyaha. If you want to understand this topic properly, this drishtanta, this example alone is the best example for you. Atra, with regard to this topic, akhanda chaitanya vishaye anartham. Atra means the non-dual, indivisible chaitanyam vishaye. Atra, the subject matter is what? Atma ekaha. Non-dual, indivisible Atma only you have to understand. That is the subject matter. Vishaye, atra vishaye, akhanda chaitanya vishaye, drishtantaha eva yogyaha. This example, what I have given is the only fittest. Yogyaha means proper, fittest. Drishtantaha. Prak samyag iritaha. I have already explained you before. Prak means before. If you don't remember, go back, read again 18th sloka and 21st sloka. Prag samyagiritaha chit chatur vidya. We have already seen samyagiritaha properly, nicely I have explained. That is why in Bhagavad Gita also Lord Krishna says that Akasha and Atma are having very, very similarities, lot of similarities. Lord Krishna in 13th chapter we are going to see in our Gita class. Yatha sarvagatam saukshmyat Atma akasho nopalipyate. Just as Akasha, which is the subtlest matter, is not able to touched by anything. Yatha saukshmyat akashaha na upalipyate. Not tainted by, not touched by, not afflicted by. Sarvagatam saukshmyat akasho nopalipyate. Sarvatra avasthito dehe tatha atma nopalipyate. 13th chapter, 32 sloka I think, 32 or 31, 32. Similarly, Atma is not afflicted by, na upalipyate, not afflicted by. Sarvatra avasthitaha dehe. This Atma which is all pervading like space, not touched by anything, nama, rupa, body, mind, complex at Ishvara level, at Jiva level, just as space is not afflicted by. Similarly, Atma also like that. Why can't you understand this way? You can divide water. Water, you can divide outside water, inside water, two levels water you can divide, divisible. Water is divisible. But you cannot divide Akasha. It's a very interesting example. Water, in the bucket of water, you are dividing the water. Outside water, bucket of water, the divider is there. Where is the divider? There no water. Where there is a divider of outer water, inside water, suppose you have a big drum, or a drum is there, in that water is there. Outside also water is there. Where the drum walls are there, there is no water. Yes, there is no water. So water is divisible. Water is divisible. Khandaha, part, you can make it part. Inside water, outside water, you can make it. Whereas space, you cannot do like that. Even though you construct a big 6 feet wall, suppose, 6 feet width, not long, width wall, if you construct, there is inside space, outside space. Even you see this house walls are very big, not like our flats house. பக்க வீட்டில் ஏதாவது பேசினா நம்ம வீட்டில் கேட்கும், இங்கெல்லாம் கேட்காது அப்படி. In this house, this is a very old house, the walls are very, very big walls. And you think there is inside space and outside space. But where the wall is, there is space. But where the drum wall is there, there is no water. But here where the wall is, there is space. How do you know? Without space, wall cannot stand there. Because of space only, wall is standing there. Isn't it? A thick wall is standing in the space only. That means where the wall is there, there is space or not? Space is there. Now tell me, space can be divided? Outside space, inside space is not correct actually. Vedanta is beyond outside and inside. See, space is inside, outside division cannot come. Where there is a wall, there is a space. Unlike water. Are you getting the point? If you understand this only, you understand Atma. Atma also like that, just like space. Where inside Atma is there, outside also Atma is there. Inside the body, outside the body, Atma is there. What about body? It's like a wall. Imagine it's like a wall. Where body is, now you are thinking Atma is inside the body. Atma is outside body also. Where body is there, Atma is there or not? Wall-like body, when it is there, easiness is there, consciousness is there, sentiency is there in the body, existence is there in the body. Therefore, Atma, which is of the nature of existence, is there in the body or not? Which is separating, if you think it is separating Atma, outside Atma, inside Atma, and the place lo kuda Atma irukappa. Atma cannot be divided like space. Just as the space, Atma also like that. Now he gives that example, reminds, atra pragiritaha drishtantaha. What is that? Ghatakasha, Mahakasha, Jalakasha, Abhrakatmakaha. 4 spaces I have given. What are those 4 spaces? Ghatakasha. Ghata is there, pot is there, in that space is there. Ghatakasha. Similarly, outside space is there, Mahakasha. Outside of the pot walls, there is a space. It is known as Mahakasha, total space. You know that very well. What you know? Pot space is there, total space is there. Pot space is called Ghatakasha, total space is called Mahakasha. 2 Akashas have come now. Then, water is there in the pot. In that water, there is space reflection. Ghata gata jala akasha pratibimbaha. Ghata gata jala, the water which is in the pot, if you take outside this water contained pot, akasha, the space reflects in the pot water. Ghata gata jala pratibimba akasha. Now how many akashas will be there here? 2 akashas in the pot. One is ghata akasha. Space is there. Because of that only water is there. In that water again akasha is reflecting. Reflected akasha. So original akasha and reflected akasha. Runda akasha. So ghata akasha and jalakasha. We have to connect. Ghatakasha, jalakasha. Jalakasha means what? Ghata gata jalakasha. Don't take any other water. The space reflecting in that waters, which water is in the pot. So ghatakasha, ghatagata jalakasha. வீட்டுக்கு போய் ஒரு பாத்திரம் எடுத்துன்னு பண்ணுங்க. Do that example. Practicals. Just as our children do practicals project. They do. You also have to try. If stars are there, they also reflect in that. Similarly, Mahakasha, Abhra Akasha. Mahakasha, total space is one space. Again, at macro level, Abhrakhatmakaha means what? Akasha, Abhrakhatmakaha. Kha means that space. Akasha. Which Akasha is an Abhra? Abhra means Megha. Megha means the cloud. Akasha contained in the cloud. Abhra means that cloud which is water bearing. Up means water. Sanskritam up. Okay, that up, where it is there in the which cloud, that cloud is called Abhraha, water bearing clouds. இதுக்கெல்லாம் மேகாகாசம் சொல்லலாம் இல்லையோ? அப்ரா கான்னு கூட சொல்றாரு. ஆகாசம் சொல்லக்கூடாதோ? அப்ரகாத்மகா. கா மீன்ஸ் வாட்? ஆகாஷ. கம் khe khani, kham khe khani. Kha means akashaha. That is why bird which goes in the akasha is called khagaha. Khe gacchati iti khagaha. That which moves in the akasha is called khagaha. That's why Garutman name is called khagaha. Khagaraju dharanidu. So the song lo varum. Tyagaraja song la khagarajana. Khaga means, Kha means Akasha, that alone is called Kha. Atmakaha means is of the nature of. That water bearing clouds la irukra Akasham anartham. Megha is also a beautiful name. Megha name came from the verb mich. Mich. Mich means to make wet. That Megha which is wet with water moisture. And it showers the water. It's called Megha, which makes the earth wet. Megha, which has got water and pouring that water on the earth, making the earth wet. When we saw? Yesterday. That's why nice examples will come to our class. Either before the class or while class is going on, examples will come. What Megha did yesterday? It makes the earth wet. That's why it is called Megha. Mich dhatu. Abhra or Megha. So Megha, Akasha, meter sake, Abhrakhatmakaha. That Akasha which is in the cloud. Which cloud? Water bearing cloud. There is, that cloud is like a pot. Imagine. Water is in that cloud. So Akasha is reflecting there. Abhrakhatmakaha. So what? I have already told you. Again further I will explain you, reminding you. I am reminding you. जलाभ्रोपाध्यधीने ते जलाकाशाभ्रकेतयोः आधारौ तु घटाकाशम् महाकाशौ सुनिर्मलौ. So compassionate. Guru is so compassionate, you see. Already explained. Samyak iritaha prak. Again Guru is bringing that example, Acharya. How compassionate they are. No? You can understand. Same thing. Arachinamave arakkiradin Tamil solluva. Pishta peshana nyayam is very important, especially in Shastra. So that you can remember very well. The subject can be well entrenched in your buddhi. In artham. Jala abhra upadhi adhine te. The example. Now he gives further elaboration. Jala akasha. Abhra akasha. You have to supply. Jalakasha abhra akasha. You take that first jalakasha abhrakhe. That means the water space, the cloud space. Jalakasha means water space. At micro or macro? Micro. Here jalakasha means ghata gata jalakasha. Now our example is ghata. Therefore, jalakasha, first line, second half, jalakasha means ghata gata jala pratibimba akasha anartha. Ghata gata jala pratibimba akasha is called jalakasha. Reflected space in waters. Which water is in the pot? Jalakasha. Then abhrake. Abhra means water bearing cloud. In cloud, K means in that cloud. In that cloud there is akasha. Abhra K means in that cloud there is an akasha. What akasha? Original akasha, reflected akasha? Reflected akasha. How akasha is reflecting there in the cloud? Because of waters. Water bearing clouds are there up above. Since water is there, since water is a reflecting medium, water reflects. Water needs a container. Once container is there, here pot is the container, water is there, in that water space is reflecting. There in total, Mahakashe, cloud container is there, in the cloud water is there, in that water space is reflecting. That is called abhrakhener. That is abhra means cloud, which water bearing cloud, this reflecting space is there. Compared to whom? Ishvara. This reflected akasha compared to what? Jala gata akasha, ghata gata jala pratibimba akasha, reflected akasha, compared to whom? Jiva. Avva. This comparison you have to understand. Then only next shloka Dashtanta. Inge tagrariranana Dashtantam out. So ghatagata jala akasha pratibimba compared to Jiva, abhragata akasha pratibimbita akasha compared to Ishvara. Ademo total level sake, itemo individual level sake. Appa, ippoda puriyaradu Swamini. So that's why revision is required, you know. நம்ம என்ன அதில் பண்ணவே மாட்டோம். கதம் கிளாஸ் ஓவர்னா ஓவர்னா. ஆதாரௌ து घटाकाश महाकाशौ सुनिर्मलौ. You see, tayoho adharau. Tayoho means, see, te means these two. These two means what? Jalakasha, reflected, akasha in the pot waters, the reflected akasha in the total megha. There these two, jala abhra upadhi, and the first line, the first half. Upadhi means conditionings. These two are the conditionings of water and cloud. What is the conditioning factor here? Pot is the conditioning factor. Here, Gatagata Jalakasha is the conditioning factor for the reflected space in this. There, Upadhi means conditioning factor. Jala Abhra Upadhi. Akasha is same. Here it is reflecting in the waters. There also Akasha is reflecting in the Megha. For that Akasha to reflect, what is the medium in the Jalam, which is in the pot, and that Jalam which is in the cloud is the conditioning factor. Akasha to reflect, Jala Abhra Upadhi. That Akasha to reflect here, Akasha reflect in empty pot or in empty pot, Akasha cannot reflect. Why? This is not a reflecting medium. If water is there, then only space reflects. Yes? That is why he used the word Jala Upadhi. For space reflection in the pot, Jala is the Upadhi. Similarly, in the cloud, the space to reflect, Abhra is the Upadhi. That water is the Upadhi. Which water? Which is in the cloud. That water is the Upadhi for the space reflection at a total level. This pot water is the Upadhi for the reflection of the space in the pot waters. Jala Abhra Upadhi. So what? Two Upadhis are there. But that reflection of the space at micro level, at macro level, Adhine, it is conditioned by, limited by these waters. Yes? That reflected space is reflecting in the waters at micro level and macro level, Adhinam. And the water irukiravarukku, that reflection will be there, space reflection. Once I pour water outside, gone. Then the reflecting space in the waters which is in the pot is that reflected space is depending upon the waters. Adhina means what? Depending upon. That reflection in the pot waters depending upon the water. Once I throw the water outside, reflection of the space gone. So reflected space in the waters of this pot dependently existing. Yes, that reflection is dependently existing. Once water is poured out, reflection is also gone. It doesn't have existence of its own. Clear? Similarly, once the rain is poured down, yesterday, 1.5 hours, the rain is poured down, that cloud becomes empty. What happened to that reflected Akasha in the space cloud? Gone. That is why Adhini. That reflected space in that cloud waters also is dependent upon the waters. Which water? Which is in the cloud. So that is why they are all, both of them are Adhinam. Both reflected spaces are dependently existing upon the micro water and macro water. What micro water, macro water? Micro water is pot water, macro water is the cloud water. Both the reflected spaces are dependently existing, temporary. And the mala vanda udane Akasha reflection has gone from there. In the water apdi kottina udane the reflection has gone. So they are dependently existing. Adhine. Adhine te, those two Akasha reflections are dependently existing upon that waters which is there in the pot and in the cloud. Temporary. Adhine te. Pradhama dvivachanam. Napumsakalingam. Adhine te. Tad shabdaha. Dakarantaha. Napumsalingaha. Tad shabdaha. Tat te. Those two reflected spaces. Anartha. Adhine te. Jala akasha abhrake. Then full stop. Bhavataha. You have to supply there. Jalakasha abhrake. Jala abhra upadhi adhinete bhavataha. Full stop. Then tayoho adharautu. Tayoho adharautu. Those two spaces, their adharam is what actually? Where was water? Because of the pot space. Adhara is in the pot space. Where is the water? In the pot. Is there space in the pot or not? Space is there. So, both of their adhara is what? Pot space, reflected space, and reflected space here, the adhara is what? Pot space. Pot space, ghatakasha is the adhara for jalakasha. It's not simple to understand this example. Chit chatur vidya. It is not easy to understand. Very, very, you can call versatile. No, it's a versatile example. Jalakasha, that is called pratibimba-akasha, its adhara is ghatakasha. Without ghatakasha, can jala exist? Without jala, can reflected space exist? No. So, reflected space to exist, water is required. Water to exist, pot space is required. So, pot space is the adhara for jala. Jala is the conditioning factor of that reflected space. Clear? Adhara. One, this is this adhara. This is dvivachana. What is that second one? There. That ghatakasha here, adharam for ghatakasha, reflection. Ghatakasha is the adhara for jalakashas, pratibimba. Clear? Adhe madri, mahakasha is the adhara. Mahakasha, total space is the adhara for what? For that reflection of that space in the waters at a total level. So, that abhra akasha is the reflected space in that cloud, which cloud is in the total space. So, on the cloud space, who is the adhara? Mahakasha. Mahakasha is the adhara for that akasha, cloud, in which cloud water is there, in which water akasha is reflecting. So, on the cloud ka adhara enna mahakasham. And the cloud reflected space is there. So, reflected space has gone because of rain, and the reflected space has gone because of rain, and the rain is because of cloud. Cloud is in the total space. If you want, you can draw the picture. I draw the picture. Otherwise, it is difficult for you. It is for just for our understanding. Total space you draw. And there is small patch of cloud. Water is there and reflection. Again, draw a pot. In that water, put the dot, put the water. That's reflected space. I enjoy to do this. Like a student. Nothing wrong in that. For our clarification, what is there? That is why I am able to enjoy this example. The more you dwell upon the example, the more clear is the Dashtanta. It is very simple. Now come to the Dashtanta. Ready? So, adharautu ghatakasha mahakashau. Adharau means support. Support, adharau, ghatakasha mahakashau. The pot space and the total space, respectively. The correct pot space is for jalakasha. Total space is cloud akasha, that waters. So ghatakasha, mahakasha, the pot space and the total space are respectively adhara for jala akasha. Jala akasha reflected anartham. Jala akasha and abhra akasha annave reflected space anartham. Jala akasha and abhra akasha means reflected space in micro level, reflected space at macro level. Their adhara is ghatakasha and mahakasha. Ghatakasha, mahakasha. Is this ghatakasha, mahakasha? They are pure. Sunirmalau. They are pure. Nirviseshau ityarthaha. Nirgunau. Nirviseshau. Ghatakasha, mahakasha, there is no reflection at all. Reflection is not there. Only in water's reflection is there. Therefore, they are pure. Ghatakasha and mahakasha, there is no reflection. Now come to the Ashtanta. Evamananda vijnanam mayau mayadhiyorvashau तदधिष्ठान कूटस्थ ब्रह्मणि तु सुनिर्मले. Nice presentation. Evam, in this manner. In this manner, in which manner? Just as in Jalakasha, Ghatakasha, Ghatakasha, Jalakasha, Mahakasha and Abhrakasha and those reflections. Like that, here also, Anandamaya Vijnanamayau. Anandamaya and Vijnanamaya. Maya Dhiyoho Vashau. Now you have to carefully grasp here. Anandamaya is Ishvara. In Mandukya Upanishad, Tritiyah Padaha Yatra Suptaha Purushaha Prajnaha Anandamayaha. It is said in the 5th mantra of Mandukya. Anandamayaha Prajnaha Suptaha. Yeshaha Sarveshwaraha, 6th mantra said. That Supta Purushaha Anandamayaha is none other than Ishvara, it is said. In 6th mantra of Mandukya. We saw this also. I have already reminded you this also. I remember that I have reminded you. So, this Ishvara is Anandamayaha and Vijnanamayaha, that is Dhiyaha. So, Maya and Dhiya. At total level, Maya. Individual level, Vijnanamayaha. Anandamaya is equal to Ishvara. Ananda Vijnanamayo means of that Ishvara and Jiva nature, Anandamaya Ishvara, Vijnanamaya Jivau, Maya Dhiya Vashau. So Ishvara, Maya at Ishvara ki connect pannanu, individual ki Jivan ki Dhiya ki connect pannanu. Jiva, Vijnana and Dhiyaha. Individual intellect, Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vashau means both are under conditioned anartham. Vasham means here conditioned. Maya Dhiyo. Maya Dhiyo means the Maya and the intellect, Upadhi anartham. Upadhi. Maya is the Upadhi for Anandamaya Ishvara. And Buddhi is the Upadhi for Vijnanamaya Jiva. Anandamaya is known as Ishvara. Vijnanamaya is known as Ishvara. Jiva. Reflection anartham. Here Anandamaya means reflected Ishvara. Reflected consciousness at total level. Ishvara. Macro RC, micro RC anartham. Anandamayaha means macro RC. Macro RC is known as Ishvara. Vijnanamaya means micro RC, means Jiva Chidabhasa. Macro RC is called Chidabhasa, Jiva. Macro RC is called Ishvara. Ishvara Chidabhas. Chidabhas andane Ishvara Jiva. Micro RC is Jiva. Macro RC is Ishvara. What is the medium? Maya for Ishvara. Vijnana, Buddhi is the medium for Jiva. That is why consciousness is reflecting in the Buddhi of Vijnanamaya Kosha of Jiva. Consciousness is reflecting in the Maya, which is the medium for, the medium is the Maya. There, consciousness is reflecting RC at a total level, Ishvara. Maya medium la OC reflection ana Ishvara. Buddhi medium Jiva level reflection is, OC reflection is called Jiva. That is the meaning here. Anandamaya Vijnanamayo Maya Dhiyoho Vashau. Just as that reflection space, reflected space, micro reflected space and macro reflected space, depending upon the waters, here also reflected consciousness micro level, reflected consciousness at a total level, depending upon Maya and Buddhi Upadhi. Without Maya and Buddhi Upadhi, macro reflected consciousness, micro reflected consciousness cannot take place. Macro reflected consciousness, Ishvara, micro consciousness, Jiva, cannot take place. And the reflected consciousness can go at any time. Reflected space pocha ilya. Once you throw the water, once rain has come, reflected has gone. Since once you get a jnanam, that reflection is falsified. Reflection is falsified. Gone. Tad adhishtanam. Now, for this Ishvara, Maya, Upadhi, Pratibimba, Chaitanya, Ishvara, Adhishtanam is who? Brahman. In example, Mahakasha. In Dashtanta, Brahman. Brahman is the Adhishtanam in which that OC is reflecting, and that Maya is called Ishvara. Now reflecting OC is Satyam. Reflected RC is real or OC is real? OC is Brahman. In that OC Brahman, because of Maya median, Upadhi, reflected consciousness is taking place. Who is this reflected consciousness? In Maya, Ishvara. So the reflected consciousness in Maya, who is known as Ishvara, is Satyam or Mithya? Tell me now. Mithya. Because reflection. Then who is Satyam? Adhara is Satyam. Brahman is Satyam. That is what he says. Kutastha Brahmani. Brahmani is for total level. Kutastha is for what? Body. In the body medium lo, in the kulla vibhuddhi lo, in the kulla OC is all pervading. Then that reflection is taking place. What is the name? That reflection, Jivaha. Jiva is a reflection in Kutastha Adharam. Ishvara is a reflection in Brahma Adharam. In this Kutastha and Brahma is what? Tvampada Lakshyartha, Tatpada Lakshyartha. Ishvara is what? Tatpada Vachyartha. Jiva is Tatvampada Vachyartha. Vachyartha is correct or Lakshyartha is correct? Lakshyartha. But Vachyartha we use for study. Tvampada Vachyartha is Kutastha and Tatpada Lakshyartha is Brahma. This Brahmani means Kutastha Brahmani. Brahma is Napumskalinga. Therefore, Kutastha cha Brahma cha Kutastha Brahmani Dvandva Samasa. Vivachanam. Tu Sunirmale. That is also Dvivachanam. Both of them are Sunirmalam. OC, total OC, micro OC, macro OC, both are one and the same. One and the same, apparam paakalam. Sunirmale, pure. There is no any reflection. It's because Maya and Buddhi both are mediums. Can they touch it? Just as that water, in the water cannot touch the space. Their water also cannot touch the space. Similarly, this Maya and Buddhi cannot touch the Brahma Chaitanyam. They are mediums. They cannot touch the Akasha. But Brahma Chaitanyam Asangaha. Now what is the problem? Sankhya Yoga people, these Kotastha and Brahma Chaitanyam, they are separate, they take. Namakenana Kotastha Chaitanyam and Brahma Chaitanyam, you are telling both two. Kotastha Chaitanyam, Brahma Chaitanyam, they are two, they are taking. We are saying what? There is no difference in them. Sunirmale, pure OC, there are no two pure OCs. Impure RCs can be many, as many mediums. But unfortunately, Sankhya Yoga people, Kotastha is Kotastha, Jiva is Jiva, Brahman is Brahman. They are different. That is the problem. Now look at the next shloka. Etat kakshopayogena Sankhya yogau matau yadi Dehonnamaya kakshatvat Atmatvena bhupeyatam. There in Drishtanta Acharya used Adhara. In Darshtanta Acharya used Adhishtana. Both are synonyms. There in Drishtanta Adhara is Ghatakasha and Mahakasha. Adhara for Jala Akasha and Meghakasha. Here in Darshtanta, instead of saying Adhara, he says Adhishtanam. What is Adhishtanam here? Brahman is the Adhishtanam for Ishvara and Kutastha is the Adhishtanam for Jiva. So Adhishtanam is Satyam. Satyam, that is Satyam. That both are one and the same. In the Adhishtanam, this one student comes and says, why can't we use that Sankhya Yoga Mata also, Kotastha, Jiva, Tani, and this Brahman is also different. Why can't we take Etat Kaksha Upayogena? Let us use this Kaksha, intermediary stage of what? Vijnanamaya and Anandamaya separately. Why can't we take for Upayogena, this intermediate stage, Sankhya Yogau Mataunar. Sankhya and Yoga, Sankhya Mata says there are Jivatmas, many Jivatmas. Many Jivatmas are there. And Yoga also said what? Ishvara is separate from Jiva. அப்படி இருக்கட்டும் போகட்டுமே, அந்த ஈஸ்வரன் அப்படி இருக்கட்டும், இந்த ஜீவன் இப்படி இருக்கட்டும். ஜீவா ஆதாரா இஸ் what? Kutastha. And Ishvara's Adhara is what? Brahma. Irkatume. Let us use them for our study purpose. Yedi tava matau. If you have this type of idea, Sankhya Yoga, why can't we accept them? Accept both of them. If such a suggestion, if you give, yedi Deha Annamaya Kakshatvat Atmatvena Abhyupeyatam. If you want to take Sankhya Yoga also for our study for some time, if you accept them, why can't we accept Charvaka also? The Annamaya also we have used, isn't it? Anandamaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha Matme illa. We have used Annamaya Kosha also. Annarasamayaha, we have used that for Annamaya Atma, that we have used. That also will let us take. Charvaka Matam we have refuted. Therefore, we have to refute Sankhya Yoga also. Those intermediate stages are not to be taken because they have further fallacies. They have further fallacies, therefore they are not to be acceptable for us. Why they are not acceptable? Later we see, you know already. Further clarification we see in the next class. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.